Do you know the real cause of heart disease? One nutrition expert says there are so many myths out there, even your own doctor may still believe. So he is here to help sort out fact and fiction. I want to introduce you to Johnny Bowden. He is a national weight loss and nutrition expert, also known as the Rogue Nutritionist. Thanks. I love that. I love that. Welcome. And you talk about, we hear that it's high cholesterol that oftentimes leads to heart disease as the cause, but you say that's not so true, and you talk about it in your new book.
In my new book, The Great Cholesterol Myth, it is a myth. We've been concentrating on cholesterol for way too long. It's a very minor player in heart disease. People are writing prescriptions for this stuff for all kinds of populations who don't belong on statin drugs, and really we can prevent heart disease by a lot of things that don't cost a lot of money and don't have any side effects.
And what I love about the table, we were chatting about this is simple stuff you can buy right in your grocery store. It's not something that's high tech. So let's talk about the statins that you were talking about. Are they perfectly safe?
No, they're not perfectly safe at all. They have many side effects, most of which are not reported. You need cholesterol for your sex hormones. So the huge epidemic that we have among middle-aged men of erectile dysfunction is very related to the wild prescriptions of statin drugs to everybody. You need cholesterol for thinking and for memory and for thought and for fighting infections. So to continually lower this like that leads to a lot of different problems that we don't really need to have, because we can prevent heart disease with natural things that don't have side effects.
And that's stuff that we put into our mouths, like
that's a good start. Yes, omega-3s from fish oil is one of the most anti-inflammatory, heart-healthy molecules in the world. Everybody should be taking fish oil. Things like peppers and onions and apples and brightly colored fruits and vegetables have lots of antioxidants and anti-inflammatories, and inflammation is the real cause of heart disease. So the more anti-inflammatory things we can eat and the more anti-inflammatory supplements we can take, like fish oil, the better off we are.
So are you saying saturated fat, which we hear so much about, you're saying we should consume?
I'm saying that we have been misled about the dangers of saturated fat. And what we've been told to do is replace it all with these vegetable oils, which are very inflammatory. So we're eating tons of vegetable oils and not enough omega-3s and even omega-9s like olive oil and some saturated fats. Now, for example, palm oil, which we've been told is so terrible for us, is a wonderful oil. It's red like this because it's so loaded with carotenoids, which like beta-carotene and tocotrienols, all of which are heart healthy. This has a high smoke point. It's very heart healthy, palm oil. Terrific thing to do and very sustainable. Comes from Malaysia. It's terrific.
So certain saturated
fats are wonderful. The ones in eggs, the ones in coconut, the ones in palm oil, they are very, very healthy for you.
And what do you have here?
This is just another oil that's made with palm oil. It's great.
So just look for the things that you're
stop with so much vegetable oil. It's too much vegetable oil and not enough omega-3s, saturated, and omega-9s.
And you said there are some pills we should be popping,
well, omega-3s are at the top of the list. Now, a lot of people take niacin for their cholesterol. Not a bad idea, but not all niacins are created equal. Regular niacin gives you a terrible flush. 40% of people, including me, can't tolerate it. It feels terrible. No flush niacin doesn't work. What you really need is a wax matrix niacin. This is well absorbed. It's called Enduracin. It's available at all the different stores, and that's a niacin that actually does lower the things you need to worry about.
We love numbers, so give us the 4 real killers of our heart.
The 4 real killers: inflammation, oxidative damage, that's when free radicals attack your cells. That's why you need antioxidants like are found in these things. Stress and sugar in the diet.
All right, there you have it. The 4 things that Johnny says are ruining our heart. We're going to put all of this information at your fingertips. SonoraLiving.com. Go on there and read about it. I mean, some interesting things. We appreciate you, Rogue Nutritionist, for breaking it all down for us. Terry?
Thank you.